Yep, it looks like it's recording. Okay. Gonna have to edit that out. Hi. Hi, it's Karen Colville here speaking on the digital music industry for music distribution. So why is it good for some and not for others as regulations to the industry? Well, they will take all your money regardless of whether your music is stellar or that it sucks and does not have an audience. Trustpilot is a business built on reviews. It claims it does everything to not have fake reviews. Trustpilot is intended for large business, medium to large business. That's with a lot of employees, and the most basic service costs $200 for a small business, or not for a small business, for a medium to large size company to be able to get reviews and to be able to see if you have trust in doing business with that company. So I just experienced in the digital music industry for distribution, my experience is going to be different from another artist, musician's experience or producer. I just experienced the very same experience as some other ones have on Amuse. Amuse was suggested by a producer that I work with. He showed me that he was paid at the time. It was very little, but it was proof. I am researching before I go with another distributor with my music. I have not had help from Amuse customer support in getting access to my account to see any information in my account. I checked my emails from Amuse in 2020, and I did not ever receive a song ID from Amuse by email. Any kind of song ID understanding was inside my account. So I also saw no proof that Amuse even placed any of my songs in the stores in 2020. I received no royalties from Amuse when I signed up in 2020. The terms of the billing agreement, in fact, there was very little on the Amuse website. 3 pictures and a success story of an artist. There was nothing else posted in any kind of agreement, and that Amuse on signing up will annually bill your account, being that there was any indication of that kind of agreement to be billed on an annual basis were not posted on the Amuse website as it is posted in 2021. I do not have a problem with annual payments as long as I can see proof. I need to see proof from the distributor that my songs are in the stores and what money they made. What royalties are coming into me, that any. I did not get any proof with Amuse. DistroKid does have this feature. After 3 months, you can see what sales you have made in what stores. I went from DistroKid to Amuse, and I regret it now. I do not have money to burn. I have worked very hard, as many of you have, and I'm trying to decide what distributor, and it seems all of them offer different features, but they are unregulated by the digital music industry itself is unregulated. Otherwise, this would not happen. So there are artists that do really well on a platform, and other artists are getting burned in fees or not being paid their royalties or not getting access to their data or account pages. So are these companies online criminals? Until they offer better services and customer service after they have made millions off the musicians to become legit? have better customer service, and actually pay the artists their royalties? Online slavery. The same kind of paradigm as it was in the old system of predator-prey in the music industry. Why do most of these companies' customer services are so terrible? Can you trust? Trustpilot. Check out their statistics. I did. Amuse, 69% have had a good experience. 18% a bad experience. So I fell into the 18% category. Ditto is 63% excellent and 23% bad. DistroKid, 78% excellent and 6% bad. SongTrader, this is amazing. SongTrader, 40% excellent and 46% bad. Now, SongTrader, what they do is they offer sync deals. And, you know, there are the company logos that they have had sync deals with. However, and you sign up to a premium level of that, then you will have the chance of getting your work into a sync deal, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee that, of course. So, yeah, you got to be really careful as to what you're signing up for. And, you know, do your research, what suits you best. I didn't cover CD Baby, but it was kind of like a different split again. So, you know, you can go on to Trustpilot. Also, too, can you trust Trustpilot? So check out their statistics. Again, Amuse, 18% a bad experience. Ditto. So, yeah, essentially, all these companies have different splits as far as their service and the person's experience, the musician's experience with them. So, yeah, I'm just referring back to my notes because I took a lot of notes down. This is very serious because it can add up to a lot of revenue. And essentially what happened was with Amuse, it also says once you cancel your account, they can take 15% from your music royalties, even if you're not registered with them anymore. So there's something really wrong with that. So any of these artists that were with them before and left them, they're still going to try to, you know, if they make it big and they, you know, they're selling into the millions, then they're going to want their chunk, but then there will have to be an entertainment lawyer or attorney that will need to stop that. So, you know, those terms are not set out on their website, so how can they be legally binding? So basically it's like they're trying to grab you by the throat and say, look, you got to stay with us. So who are these thugs? My goodness. It's just incredible. So this is all online. So basically I call it online slavery. It's almost as bad as the predator and prey system of get a recording contract and how many artists have been screwed over in their recording contracts. So it's incredible to see. So this whole new system of digital music distribution is very, I'd be very wary. You know, there's some that go on YouTube. I've researched many of them, and they're, you know, some have good things to say. So, you know, they're set up, they have pro studios, they're not renting a studio, and, you know, they're either getting sync deals somehow. So, you know, a lot of these services you have to be really concerned of. So some person with a bare bones track is a big dreamer and they think they're going to have a hit record. That doesn't work that way. Sometimes it can work that way. It's just whoever is representing your music. So, yeah, so how many musicians, after they've invested in gear, studio equipment, studio time, have the resources to get an entertainment lawyer to fight these companies when they rip off an artist? That's another thing. So yeah, I'm just saying that do your research as much as you possibly can. Some people, musicians and producers, are using Trustpilot as a source, and Trustpilot claims everything that they back is what they're claiming is what they've done. So another resource is the Better Business Bureau, but I haven't seen a lot on the Better Business Bureau as far as musicians and producers wanting to say, okay. Now, another guy said on YouTube that he had went and he signed up to all the distributors to try to get as much money as he can, but the thing is that you get one UPC or identification code, so you're only going to be paid once to one distributor for your royalties. I don't think you're going to be paid to a bunch of distributors unless they have different channels and different contracts as to where that music is being sold. So yeah, it's very tricky, and you have to do a lot of thorough research online to even get a little smidgen of a bit of information that's accurate, because there's so many liars and scammers that infiltrate the system too. So yeah, this is what I'm saying, and I've been burnt a little bit, but I took that risk. And yeah, when you don't see results from a company, maybe you think, okay, maybe I didn't spend enough on the marketing, maybe you didn't do enough, because all you're doing is physically, not physically, you're online putting your MP3 or your WAV file or whatever for sale, your digital track essentially, and there are thousands upon thousands of them. And then on Spotify is a subscription service. So really what it comes down to is trying to make a good living, and there are some that are doing it, but they've figured out what are the best avenues to get a lot of numbers fast, and that's really hard for a small business and for an independent artist to do. So yeah, I wish I could offer better information, but do your due diligence. And yeah, I'm not saying anything negative about the industry, because this is proven fact on this website, Trustpilot, that many are using as a resource now to put forth their consumer complaints. Because really, you are hiring somebody, it's still a business service. It is a business, it's a business service, and really, when it comes down to it, you want to know where you go and not to be ripped off. So some of these companies, they're building their mass fortunes on thousands upon thousands, if not into the millions, of musicians that are trying to sell or attempting to sell their music online, and that's how they're building. And once they have that money that's coming from the musicians, then they attract investors, and it doesn't go back to the musicians, it goes back to the investors. So I wish these companies could be more transparent in the way they're actually helping out musicians, because really you're just wasting your money if you really are just trying to take the chance in the music lottery of actually getting your music sold. So this is what I've researched in so far, so check it out for yourself. Go to Trustpilot and look on there and put those companies' names in the Trustpilot website, and you will see the statistics that I found. So be very careful, and even on a musician's recommendation, you can't always have a complete trust in that, because you don't know if they're making any money or not. So that's my suggestion for now, and how to survive, that you can survive in the digital distribution music industry. Thanks. Bye for now.